Currently, drones equipped to carry explosives are an important weapon used against Russia on the Ukrainian battlefield. The Ukrainian group Toshny.info reported in an analytical paper on January 27 that hard evidence available, almost always drone video published to the internet, shows a large increase in drone use. In less than 4 weeks in January, Ukrainian small drone operators launched 533 FPV strikes against Russian troops or combat vehicles, almost double the October confirmed count. The most intense use of hobby drones, the report said, was in the eastern Donbass city of Avdiivka sector, which has become Russia's current top objective. According to Ukrainian drone operators, most drone teams consider themselves lucky if 1 out of 4 attempted attacks actually register a hit. In a dramatic attack, drone footage from Ukraine's 72nd Mechanized Brigade showed a large Russian armored convoy consisting of nearly 14 armored vehicles attempting to advance towards Ukrainian positions on the Avdiivka front. Once they were close enough, Ukrainian forces were seen deploying a large wave of FPV drones and flying towards the Russian convoy. Successful attacks seem completely defenseless against this kind of attack. The few remaining Russian armored vehicles were seen trying to evacuate the surviving Russian soldiers, but these were also destroyed by Ukrainian FPV drones, which then forced the soldiers to retreat on foot. Ukrainian forces published reports of Russian equipment destroyed during this attack, including 3 tanks, 5 Mount LB amphibious armored vehicles and 1 BMP armored vehicle. FPVs are effective anti-tank weapons, and a number of reports say that the Russians have responded by moving all their armor well back to keep them out of range. The Russians have imposed a 10 km, 6-mile no-tank zone behind the front, according to a Ukrainian soldier quoted in The Economist. FPV drones are light weapons by artillery standards, with warheads weighing only a few pounds, but the new ammunition gives them some power. Recently, Ukraine launched FPV drones with larger thermobaric warheads against Russian-controlled buildings and fortifications. They are most effective when the explosion occurs within the targeted structure. This is challenging with other weapons, but a skilled pilot can fly through an open doorway of window. Ukrainian forces recently published a video showing an FPV drone strike with a new thermobaric warhead that is highly effective in today's static warfare. The first attack showed an FPV drone equipped with an ordinary warhead making a hole in the roof of a house. The target was a Russian tactical radar unit operating through a gap in the roof of the house. Then, an FPV drone equipped with a thermobaric warhead was seen flying through the gap and exploding in a large explosion. Samuel Bendet, a Russian drone expert and CNA advisor, noted Russian military telegram channels shared concerns about Ukraine's new FPV drone weapons. Thermobaric explosives are not superweapons, but for destruction in enclosed spaces they are unparalleled, and make ideal payloads for small drones. Additionally, a video compilation of combined attack shows HIMARS rockets and FPV drones destroying 8 Russian BM-21 MLRS in the Luhansk region. The footage begins by showing a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone sending coordinates to HIMARS, then launching several precision strikes and destroying a Russian rocket launcher. On several targets, Ukrainian troops were seen using FPV drones to destroy Russian BM-21 MLRS. Meanwhile, Russia has lost a record amount of what Ukraine has called special equipment, or the less flashy but still vital assets that prop up Moscow's war machine, according to new statistics from Kyiv's military. Russia lost another 4 units of such equipment in the past day, the Ukrainian military said in an operational update on Wednesday. Updated figures from Kyiv show Russia has now lost 1,452 units of special equipment in more than 23 months of grueling warfare. On January 1, this figure stood at 1,277, putting January's losses at 175 units of special equipment. This is higher than any monthly losses reported by the Ukrainian military throughout 2023. The highest reported monthly losses of Russian special equipment were in July 2023, when Russia lost 135 units, according to the Ukraine's armed forces. It includes Russia's electronic warfare systems and radars, experts say, as well as engineering equipment like mine-clearing vehicles. In recent months, an increasing number of reports have emerged from Ukraine, suggesting Kyiv is successfully targeting equipment like Russian radar systems. It is very important for Ukrainian fighters to knock out this type of asset, and Kyiv will continue its efforts to eliminate them. Ivan Stupak, a former Ukrainian security service officer who now advises Ukraine's security. Hunting, special equipment, like radars helps keep Russia guessing about exactly where along the front lines Ukraine is pooling resources or hoping to bear down on Russian defenses. It also helps shield Ukraine's assets, like jets, drones or troops, when conducting reconnaissance or going after Russian equipment or bases behind the front lines. Taking out the Kremlin's electronic warfare systems, radars, logistics and maintenance vehicles will help to undermine Moscow's frontline forces that are now working to advance in Ukraine's Kharkiv and Luhansk regions. The head of Ukraine's military intelligence agency, Kyrylo Budanov, told Ukrainian media on Tuesday that Russia is hoping to reach the Zherebets River, close to the Kharkiv and Luhansk borders, its forces gradually working westward.